The Solve for Tomorrow journey began months ago, with Samsung taking innovation to every corner of India. From schools to colleges, metros to small towns, the outreach sparked ideas, ambition, and a nationwide wave of young problem solvers. From thousands of entries, the journey narrowed to the top 100, then the top 40, and from the top 20 emerged the winners. All across 4 themes: AI, sustainability, health, and sports and tech. The young participants also had the opportunity to visit Samsung offices in Bengaluru and Delhi NCR to experience the world of cutting-edge technology. They were further privileged to receive training at FIIT, IIT Delhi from IIT professors, while the top 20 were additionally mentored by Samsung experts. And then came the grand finale, the day everything was leading up to. The top 20 teams were felicitated by Samsung leadership and dignitaries before the big reveal. 4 teams emerged as winners, taking home their trophy and an incubation grant of 1 crore rupees.
At Samsung, we believe that innovation has the power to transform lives, make communities stronger, society more inclusive, and the future more hopeful.
And today, these 4 champions are here at the Network 18 studios so that we can celebrate their journeys and their wins.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome. Welcome to this winner's special of Samsung Solve for Tomorrow 2025, a celebration of innovation, inspiration, and young problem solvers who are shaping Bharat's tomorrow today. This year, 4 winning teams stood out across 4 big themes. Their journeys have been full of resilience, breakthroughs, and some really fun personal stories too, which we will get into through the course of this episode. So let's bring them in. Without much further ado, our 4 winning teams of Samsung Solve for Tomorrow 2025. तालियों के साथ स्वागत कीजिए the first team. The first team, the innovators who proved how a simple idea can transform accessibility for millions. Team Perceivia. Next up, the team that brought clarity and confidence back to every voice. Team Paraspeak. And now, the change makers who showed that persistence can power a greener tomorrow. Team Prithvi Rakshak. Our 4th and final team joins us remotely with a mission to make sports fairer, smarter, and more inclusive. Team NextPlay AI. So, big round of applause collectively for our all 4 winners. Well done. I'm looking forward as much as our viewers are. The first team we have is from the theme AI for a safer, smarter, and inclusive Bharat. Team Perceivia. Well, please come on the stage. Right. So, first up, Perceivia. What a name. And that's your product right at the center.
Yeah.
So, take me through what does it do?
So Perceivia is smart glasses for completely blind people, which translates the whole surrounding into audio cues and haptic feedback for completely blind people to help them visualize their surroundings and navigate freely.
In how many languages can this help people? And why is it that you wanted to build something like this? What was the inspiration?
So Perceivia can right now operate in 2 languages, English and Hindi, and we can expand it. We are planning to expand it. And the reason that I wanted to build this smart glasses was mainly that when I was young, I saw the dependency of completely blind people, how dependent they are on their parents for everything, literally everything. So it gained a thought on me that yes, there should be a device which should help them navigate around freely and give them a sense of independence. The whole purpose is built on independence. And so Perceivia was the concept. It born when I went to my college. I learned more about electronics. Then I started tinkering more and more, and then Perceivia came alive.
Have you tested this?
Yeah, I have tested this with several hundreds of completely blind users, and they have all given amazing feedback.
Because the challenge is, one, you got to get accuracy. So the accuracy is real time. There's no lag.
No, sir.
There's no lag. The other part is empathy, that the voice talking to you has to be a friendly one. So if something you are going to bang into something, how is the response? Is it say, all right, stop, you're going to bang into something, or you know?
Okay, so it's
And is it a male voice or a female voice? Do they have the option to choose?
they have the option to choose, and it's automatically set into male voice, and it talks with you like a person beside you, guiding you through the surroundings. So it's like very natural. You can talk to it like how you talk to your neighbors or anything.
We've got a lovely audience here, some students from Guru Tegh Bahadur University, some from Amity University, all of them. Do you like the product? Huh? Anybody has a question?
Hello everyone, I'm Shreya Singh and I want to ask a question that people have different accessibility needs, right? So how does Perceivia adjust to it, their comfort zones, their environments and other things?
So Perceivia has been trained on all sorts of surroundings from urban to rural areas, and it can easily help you navigate around your surroundings. It can easily differentiate the objects, and yes, it can adapt to your accessibility needs in terms like after using it for some time, we will automatically get the patterns what you ask most about, what are the most common operations that you do, like navigating around the kitchen area or something, and we will adapt it on the basis of that. So it is learning in real time along with you. Along with your journey, it's adapting.
What's been the most surprising response that somebody has given you while using your product?
So the second version that we gave out to a completely blind person, in which we added the haptic feedback. So basically the haptic feedback is like different kind of frequency, which is telling you how far the objects are. So that you don't bang into some object. And like it feels so natural, it feels so like amazing that like he was literally smiling while using it. So that smile gave it the whole thing, like yeah, he is not only like understanding the surrounding, he's enjoying the data that has been given to him.
But the obstacle distance and that you're supposedly going to bang into something. Now that's a voice warning or is it a haptic warning?
It's a haptic warning.
Because like ADAS, you know, you get that
so
jhatka on the steering
it's not like
wheel.
that strong that you will get irritated by it. It's like so smooth that you will naturally get used to it after just few minutes of usage.
Big round of applause for Team Perceivia. Thank you so much, team. I'm going to now request you to go and take your seat. Next up is a theme that touches millions of lives every day. And that is the future of health, hygiene and well-being in Bharat. Let's get Team Paraspeak about. Lovely. So one is going to help those who can't see better. Now Paraspeak is those who slur in their speech, speak better. So let me first ask you this. You know, you like music and drama, I've been told. So was it nerve-wracking for you performing on stage, pitching your voice?
They're both fine. It's not that difficult. Definitely pitching an innovation on stage feels very personal because I've been working on it for such a long time. Yeah.
Why this? Was there a personal influence that said, okay, let me do something on this?
Yeah. So about 1.5 years ago, my school had taken me to a field trip to a paralysis care center. When I went there, most of the patients were silent. They weren't really speaking or interacting much with their surroundings. And I asked the caretakers whether this was yet another unfortunate reality of their condition. But instead, the caretakers encouraged one of them to try and speak. And what came out was slurred, but there was some semblance of a word or sentence being formed. And I knew that there was some meaning behind it. And that's when I decided I should try to create an AI model which can decode what they're trying to say.
But then, you know, there is a huge gradient. No? The spectrum is very vast.
Yeah.
You know, little slips and slurs, lisps, to stammer, to the total distortion because of so what is it? What is the extent to which the AI can actually understand the word?
Right. So right now, when I went and tested it on patients, the doctors noted that it works between mild to moderately severe speech conditions like dysarthria, for example. And I'd say the key to creating models which can generalize this much is to have a lot of diversity in the data set, in the corpus that you're using to train the model itself. And even though speech is so vast, as you mentioned, there are lots of buckets, right? There are lots of condition-specific patterns which then the model can recognize.
How many languages as of now?
Currently, Paraspeak supports Hindi and English, but the framework I made is designed to be scalable across languages as long as that initial data set is there, which is something I'm working on right now, right? Expanding it.
And what's the voice output? Male, female, or it can adapt to gender? How does it work? Or
So
is it
for
robotic?
prototyping purposes, I fixed it to a standard female voice used by many of these voice assistants. But definitely, it's not very difficult to add a voice personalization option. You can choose the gender of the voice. Yeah.
You can? Audience, any question?
Hi team Paraspeak, I am Melvin. So your device works in real time. So I want to know what were the technical challenges that you faced to make it both real time and at the same time affordable?
Right. So the main challenge with real time is that the AI model that I'm using to decode slurred speech that I've built, it's quite heavy, right? Hundreds of millions of parameters that go into it. So it's hard to make it run fast, which is why I had to spend a lot of time optimizing how it runs on a server in the cloud, making sure the internet connection and the internet capability of my hardware was good enough to enable fast interaction between the device, edge device, and the server. Which is how I was able to achieve almost near real-time speech recognition, right? And as for affordability was mainly a function of choosing the right components and the right design profile for the prototype. Yeah.
But I also want to understand, when you say that there has to be a certain connectivity requirement, in zero network areas, will it work?
Currently, no, but I have a feature in the pipeline wherein, let's say, you have a phone. Many of these phones nowadays also have enough processing capability to be able to run my AI models on them.
Correct.
So maybe one phone could serve as, it's called fog computing, that's a technical term for this. One phone could serve as a node for, let's say, 5 to 10 Paraspeak devices in the same care center, which would be completely offline then.
So, I see that's the workable way of using it, right? So, you got to hang it around. But how heavy is it?
It's not very heavy. It's about 80 to 100 grams.
Do I need to bring it up like a
No, the microphone can catch what you're saying.
So it can hang there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it can. So are you working on reducing the size of the box, or it'll be this big?
Yeah, so this is a prototype, and it already took me a lot of effort to get it down to this size, but it can always go further down. Right?
Phenomenal. You like this story? You think you should do well? So can we give him a big round of applause, and also Team Paraspeak, superb job done. Thank you. Lovely speaking with you. Thank you. I want to request you to please take your seat. Fabulous, isn't it? Inspiring conversations, one helping those who can't see, the other one who can't speak properly. Amazing solves for tomorrow. On that note, we've got to take a very, very short break. 2 more teams whom we're going to meet when we come back. Stay with us. Thank you. Welcome back to the winner special of Samsung Solve for Tomorrow 2025. Now, we've met 2 stellar teams. It's now time for a theme that matters to every living being and has the power to impact generation after generation, especially at a time when the world is going through some major environmental crisis. So let's meet our next innovator from the theme Environmental Sustainability via Technology. Team Prithvi Rakshak, come on. Let's talk about your innovation, your solve for tomorrow. Wow, that's the Vermi Kendra 2.0. So we'll come to the 2.0 in a bit. But respect, thrice this is your 3rd attempt, right? SFT pe? So what kept you going?
So it was basically the determination to solve the problem and our consistency that we were keep working, and our persistence that kept us working on the same thing for at least now 3 years. We have
3 years, so that's why you called it 2.0.
Yeah, it's the second version of this same machine. That's why we are calling it 2.0.
You were explaining to me that it increases the speed or reduces the time by 50%, and that's why you've used AI. Well, why do you need it? What's the need for this innovation?
The thing is, we were preparing for a competition. It's a National Children's Science Congress competition. So for that, we did various field visits. So on a field, we observed that there was a huge pile of organic waste waiting weeks just to be processed. And also at the same time, nearby farmers needed like good quality compost. But there was a very less time. The waste is not being processed, and it takes a lot of time.
Compost banne mein time lagta hai, correct. Yeah.
So we observed that there is quite a problem. In every 24 hours, waste is being generated, but it takes around 60 days to be processed.
Basically, all this thing for years, traditional composting has been working on luck part, like अंदाजा, एक guesswork है, ठीक है? Now, what we have felt like a gut feeling है. अब वो farmer के पास बहुत experience है. We took that gut feeling and fed that thing into microchips that are the AI part. So basically, we are, not relying on the biological, कि miracle हो जाएगा, but we are making it a mathematical exception.
A possibility that can be
Yeah,
mathematically engineered
probability.
rather than Allah probability and a possibility also.
Yes.
Not rather than wait for nature to perhaps take its course and in this mix it will work and it will not work. What's the capacity that you've built?
Basically, we are dealing with the capacity model. So we have also tied with various institutions. Like we are building a 12-ton capacity model.
You're doing a 12
per
ton.
month for various society. Like organic waste is generated in almost every institution.
Correct.
Like it could be a housing society, whether a personal household or a farmer.
Right.
So we are dealing with the different capacities. Like 1 ton, it could be 12 ton, it could be 100 tons. So it capacity
You've
model.
called it Vermi Kendra. So obviously there is vermi wash, there is vermi stakes, then there is compost, right? Compost. So how do you maintain?
Like we maintain the parameters like pH value, nutrient NPK values, and humidity, temperature, etc. So in order to make it like a bioreactor in a unit. So basically it maintains it 24/7 so that it fastens the decomposing, and we also use a bioenzyme that is a formulation, proprietary formulation. So in order to give the quality of the compost, to take the quality of the compost to the max level.
Audience, any question? Yes, ma'am.
I want to ask you guys what sort of challenges you guys faced while automating traditional composting, because you see it is a very slow process, it takes time and patience, and how adaptable it is, across different cities and climates as well.
See, traditional composting is basically relies on guesswork. Currently, farmers are dependent on gut feeling. What they do, they just take the soil, smell it, and decide what to do, like add water. So the biggest challenge was that to convert or teach that gut feeling into a microchip or a microcontroller. And also, we could not build just a machine. Waste is being stirred inside and kill worms. We have to take care of the worms too. And also for adaptability, I would say it doesn't matter you place it in a hot weather or a cold weather. There are sensors. They measure the external conditions and maintain the internal conditions automatically.
Let's say if your product is used for composting across the country, what is it going to do for the environment and perhaps for a greener Bharat?
So for now, till now, the scale we have reached, we have diverted 2,000 kgs of waste and converted that entire 2,000 kgs of waste to organic compost, vermiwash, and vermisticks.
Very nice. In how much time?
In just 2 years.
Wow.
Fantastic. From the day one we are working, we have converted 2,000 kgs and we are still working on it. We have cut down 1.2 tons of carbon emission till now, and we have collaborated with 30 plus farmers, with municipal corporation of our own city in Ludhiana. So this is just a trailer, entire movie is pending. It's just started.
Great job done. Big round of applause to them. Really Prithvi Rakshaks in the true sense. Lovely speaking with you. All the very, very best. Glad to know your story. And now time for our fourth and final team who are joining us remotely today. I can see them there on the screens. This is the team that is representing the theme Social Change Through Sport and Tech for Education and Better Futures. Big round of applause for team NextPlay AI. They're joining us remotely. Congratulations to the two of you. But before we start this set of questions, I want to ask you, tennis se tech tak ye partnership tha, but on court, who's the better player?
Thank you, Anand sir, for this question. It's definitely him, no doubt. I try to stay calm, but the moment the score gets tight, he changes completely.
True. I really don't like losing. And I think I get a little bit too competitive even in the smaller things. But this competitiveness also kind of defines how we work together. And because even if it's a match or a problem that we are facing, we continuously keep challenging each other's limits.
Right. So now let's come back. Nobody likes losing, but you've got to take and learn from failures. It's the best teacher. But you've also combined three powerful elements: coaching, fairness, and also the EQ aspect, the emotional well-being aspect of it, into one platform. So what made you believe that technology could understand both things? One is that is calculated, that is the performance part, but the EQ part, the emotion part also.
So performance was the easy part. because the performance metrics, movement, and those things are easily measurable. The numbers are easily measurable. Being CS students, we could figure out ways in which we could monitor and track these performance traits. But the emotion part came because we are athletes ourselves. And we know that there are many days when everything is going well, but you're still not able to perform as good as you would like to. Therefore, we did not just want to build a tool which points out the mistakes, but which also understands the context and help athletes train better, even on their off days.
True, but your AI actually doesn't feel like a tool, so it almost feels like a partner. How do you make sure it stays empathetic and doesn't replace the human connection?
So it's not replacing the people. We understand that sport is deeply personal and human. So we are helping the athletes use this technology to get insights and help their performances further. So it's not really about replacing the people. It's helping athletes reach people better.
Well, we got a young audience here also who are watching you very, very closely. So anybody has a question in the audience for NextPlay AI? Yeah, go ahead please. That's the mic. Please introduce yourself and ask the question.
Yeah, I'm Deepjot. So I have a question that different athletes vary across their skills and style. So how does your tech adapts to different players and their challenges
and their conditions? Yes, please.
So that's a great question actually, because we know that every athlete has a different body, a different playing style, and a different mindset. So therefore, instead of just trying to fit a single ideal way of playing on everyone, we are focusing more on understanding what comes natural to each athlete and then helping them improve from there by creating a more personalized approach of training. And the confidence and the conditions might change for each athlete, but we want to grow together with the athlete and not just box them into a fixed mode.
Fantastic. I think that's a great approach and great thought. But let me ask you this. If your platform could shape tomorrow's ideal athlete, what qualities would define them?
For us, the tomorrow's ideal athlete is self-aware and resilient. Someone who knows their strengths and weaknesses and owns their journey no matter where they come from, what resources they started with. But they still play with passion and heart.
Oh, fantastic. Big round of applause for Team NextPlay AI. Congratulations. Well, what an absolutely inspiring lineup. 4 teams, 4 bold ideas and 1 shared vision. A better India. Today, we've met young innovators who didn't just dream big, they built real solutions across sports, AI, health, and of course the environment. And they reminded us that the future belongs to those who keep solving, keep experimenting, and keep showing up. A huge thank you to Samsung Solve for Tomorrow 2025 to give our nation these brilliant young innovators. And until next time, namaste, take care, bye-bye.